Let's take a look at Jaylen Brown. Wyc Grousbeck personally telling Jaylen Brown he would not be traded. He's been named an All-Star for the second time in 3 years, and he also could be eligible for a 5-year, $290 million extension if he makes the All-NBA team at any level. Does not matter which level he does it. All right, Chris Mannix joining the conversation now. I mean, Mannix, that first part about, Wyc saying he's not going to be traded, this is a guy who's here. That seems to have been something with Jaylen Brown that's been hanging over him. Some have questioned whether or not he wants to be here because he has felt maybe like he isn't wanted here. Of course, we had that happen over the summer with the Kevin Durant rumors. What do you know about how Jaylen Brown is feeling about being in Boston and being in Boston long term?
Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown has been bothered over the last couple of years by the consistent trade rumors, because all Jaylen Brown has done has been improve as a player and help this team win. Yet it seems every time there's an available superstar player, whether it's Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, or Kevin Durant this summer, Jaylen Brown has found his name in talks. And Jaylen Brown, I was told, was upset this summer when the Kevin Durant stuff all came up. Though ultimately, you mentioned it, Trenni, the big thing is that All-NBA team and the ability to give Jaylen Brown a 5-year Supermax extension. I think if Jaylen Brown doesn't make All-NBA and goes into free agency in a year and a half, the Celtics have to have some genuine concerns that he might sign elsewhere at that time. But if they're able to give him and are willing to give him a 5-year Supermax extension this offseason, I think Jaylen Brown's likely to take it because that is guaranteed money you can't get anywhere else.
Do you think that the Celtics would be willing to give him that contract, Chris?
I see no reason why not. I mean, look, the Celtics are on a path to spending a lot of money. They know that. It's going to come to the point where any reserve that they sign is going to start costing them real money in luxury tax penalties. But Jaylen Brown is in his mid-20s. He is an all-star. As I said, he's someone that improves every single year. You're simply not going to get another player the caliber of Jaylen Brown in the free agent market. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to break up a duo like Tatum and Brown that have been so effective during their time together. Yes, it's going to be pricey. Yes, it will put the Celtics and Wyc Grousbeck in territory they probably have never been in, but it's what you have to do if you want to build a championship team.
Chris, play it out. The Celtics win the NBA Finals. Do they even have a choice at that point on this matter?
Well, again, Tom, it comes down to that All-NBA nod, right? Like, we all know the story. Jaylen Brown is not in a situation where he would sign an extension without that All-NBA nod because it doesn't make financial sense for him to sign that extension. But if he makes All-NBA and this team gets to the finals and this team wins a championship, it's a no-brainer at that point. You have assembled a championship team with a multi-year window to win more. Wyc Grousbeck, he has shown in the past if a team is on a championship path, he's willing to spend. If that circumstance plays itself out, I think Jaylen Brown is a Celtic for a long time.
Is Jaylen Brown willing to accept it? Or does he put himself out there and test the free agent market?
Well, I mean, again, like you don't turn down Supermax money. Nobody does it, right? So even if Jaylen Brown has some reservations about being with the Celtics long term, even if he is upset about all that's gone down with trade rumors over the last couple of years, this is the pot of gold that he has been working towards. This is the guaranteed money that he is looking to get. So I think he would sign that extension, even if he does have reservations about Boston. But I'll tell you this, contracts don't really mean much anymore, guys. If Jaylen Brown decides 1 year, 2 year, 3 years into that contract, he can go to the Celtics and say, I don't want to play for you anymore. And history has shown NBA franchises will acquiesce to your demands.